Good morning, trendy people. Welcome to Spring Trends right here on Western Spring Television. This is where we talk about everything trending. We try to go on social media and pick out issues, topics of discuss people are talking about. We look at who is trending, what is trending, where they are trending, and we get to take reactions from social media. I am Evelyn Ohiolei, welcoming you especially to another interesting edition of Spring Trends. I do not do this alone. My partner is right beside me, Femi.
And I am Femi Ojo. Let
It's
me
been
use
long you
your
did this thing,
template. No, we'll do
the
it one
Jude
of we
Bellingham
we
thing.
we do it one of these days.
Okay.
Right now, let's get serious. The issue in this country deserves abojuto.
I
So
deserve you. I need
let's
to.
let's
I
bojuto
need
the
to
issue.
give our viewers, an insight into what is happening with Femi. It's resumption week.
Hello, gentlemen. Good to have you
So
here.
he has to. That's why I say that everything needs a mojuto because
You think it's about me?
the kind of funds that is, the kind of debit alerts Femi has been doing this week
Excuse you.
lately.
Have you seen me?
I
Have you seen the
understand.
gentleman beside you?
Femi, I
Me. It's
understand.
because of Nigerians.
Just do something for me.
Me.
Take a deep breath. Take it in, then out. All is well. You'll be fine. All right, people, let's get on to our very first story for today. VAT. Nigeria's VAT collection surged to 1.5356 trillion naira in quarter two of 2024. This is according to NBS. And reaction, InsurTech blogger. And recently there was this reports going around that the VAT is to be increased from 7.5% to 10%. Now, InsurTech blogger reacting to this particular one says, is that not too much? 10% VAT is too small. How would you see money to embezzle? You should propose 50% VAT. All right, InsurTech, this is sarcasm. And Snowflake's cake artistry says, I said it after Bill Gates came to Nigeria. And Damilare Odulese says, I was expecting 15%. This VAT increment is one thing I knew they would do. Everyone will smell the taste of the coffee by fire, by force. The government is out for blood. And I hope he's not talking about, blood in reality or, literal blood. Yeah, because so he says the government is out for blood and is ready to suck Nigerians dry. And Stark says Nigerians are suffering already. Now is not the time to increase taxes while not adding any value to people's lives. Femi, what do you think? VAT from 7.5% to 10%, and Nigerians are reacting, saying, this is too much. A lot of people are going through a lot now, and this is not the time to increase the value added tax from 7.5% to 10%.
Interesting. But I think we must clarify something
Okay.
that there is an element of misinformation somewhere that we must correct.
Okay.
The increase on the VAT thing is a proposal.
Okay.
For now, it has been proposed that, okay, it's about the tax, less tax, especially people that are perceived to have the strength to pay some of these things. And the VAT is value added tax, and mostly is on luxury items or services gotten from luxury places, from hotels. And the government, the taxman himself, Mr. Ohiolei, has said, we will be removing, or the ones that have to do with food, we make it 0%, basic needs. And then they are even talking about tax exemption, on some basic items like food, by the way. And so the VAT will be increased from 7.5 to 10% because when you go to hotels, maybe some big hotels, you want some services, you go to luxury shops, you go to some of these for luxury items online, you are perceived to say maybe you have the muzzle to shoulder some of these things. That's why you go for those goods. So let those people pay. Let's increase it for them. Let them pay. And then we reduce the ones that goes for everybody. That's a proposal on paper, by the way.
Okay.
So that's where we are. And the increase has not yet started. As of today,
Still a
it has,
proposal.
yeah. So, but it's okay that Nigerians are threatening to say, oh, now won't kill us because of what we have been seeing. Really, some of the policies are inconsiderate, insensitive, what we are seeing right now. And so Nigerians are right to frown at anything that might be add to the choky nature because we are in this power What more? That's the question. Jokes aside, what more can Nigerians take? Or what more, if you flip it over, what more can Nigerians not take? Because it appears, throw anything at us, we shoulder it. Even when you are groveling or you are almost falling, we shoulder it and grovel inside. And there is so much more. I think there's so much that a people can take. The threshold differs. Many persons are crumbling right now, but I'm not sure people in power should add to the burden, no matter how they explain it away. That's my take on that.
All right, thank you. We'll move on to the next story. Good news or no good news? Nigerians struggle to access 40,000 naira rice sales points. We are back to this. There was a time, the customs were, asked to help in the distribution or in the sale of these bags of rice at a discounted rate. And we had some people's lives, taken as a result of that. We hope we are not going to get to this, because Nigerians have said, what's with this rice thing? And we're talking about insecurity, you give us rice. We're talking about fuel price increase, you give us rice. We're talking about the fact that our health system is in a state of comatose, you give us rice. We'll talk about the fact that Nigeria went to Olympics and they didn't win any medal, you give us rice. What is it with this rice thing? Okay, let's just take reactions.
The rice, they even reach. It they reach where they send them.
A lot of people don't get it. That's the thing. So
I've never seen what those rice looks like.
Okay. Now
maybe it's not meant for people like us.
Maybe.
Yeah.
They usually use this term, poorest of the poor, and I'm sure Femi is not a poor man.
Oh yeah, I agree. But sometimes they will say the vulnerable. The question is, who in this Nigeria is
not vulnerable?
Is not vulnerable again. That's it.
All right, I am _ Abubakar Abdulhafiz says, after paying 40,000 naira, you may still not get the rice or your money back. Abdulhafiz is saying, shine your eyes.
What's even the process like? Are you to pay online or what? Because I don't even know. Which or who do you? Or the thing is, Nigerians go constantly dupe.
I need to read this out by Gbels _ Artville.
Yeah.
Niger will rise again. Don't leave me. This is the point I say. Don't leave me. Don't leave me.
Rise. Nice one.
Oshe. So and Oham Global or Opimotes Global says fake rice sells APC full of lies.
Lies and lies.
And Austin 167 says everything is about to rise in Nigeria. What's with this play of words? And I'm seeing lots of pun here. And okay, that's it. Your thoughts very quickly, Femi, on this rise thing.
Rise and lies. Nigeria about to rise. Yeah. We are rising. Even when not with the S, is with the C. Because I don't even understand. Maybe I'm not too updated on what is happening, because I wonder what is the process of even, are we to apply online and then you get your rights delivered, or you have to go, whatever steps is being taken. I think last week they said it has not yet started. It has been muted for almost a month.
Yeah.
So we are going to have, especially the government, saying Nigerians will have access to buy the 50 kg bag of rice for 40,000 naira, which sells maybe on the regular market, above double that price, at least is above 80,000. And some even say 90. I think you said 90,000 in Lagos or thereabout. So it will be a good thing. But the policy, sometimes this intention for Nigerians might not be the issue. It's the actualization. The ones that the custom, distributed ended up in 2 or 3 persons dying, because you can't have such policy or this kind of rollout centralized in a place. It can never work. Yeah. If you want to have it in this our street in which this station is right now, it can't be centralized. You will have commotion. You have, because of the level of poverty, everybody wants to have access to these, with the available funds in their hands. So I don't know how they are going to decentralize and make it seamless. Yeah. But then, just like we said on the previous program, it's still Nigerians that we administer these things. Do we trust ourselves enough that somebody will not use influence to say, give me 50, give me 100?
No, the minister said it's going to be on a one bag, one person.
Evelyn,
one man, one vote.
Minister.
So one person, one vote. And they will use your NIN.
Now, Ed, you take enter this country.
You have just one NIN.
No be leg. Is it?
You have just one NIN, so definitely they are going to use that in the distribution.
Okay.
But do you think this particular initiative, which a lot of people have faulted, by the way, is enough to cushion the effect of food security in the nation?
In Brother Shaggy's this thing. Share you the wine me.
Okay, I think
That's Officer Wars.
Officer Wars, yeah.
Now the thing is, it can never work. How many do they want to give?
Yeah.
Now, would they be giving each household one? That's the thing. And if actually it's available, if they have the numbers, somebody has said, if you want to distribute something to Nigerians, give it to NEPA. They know our houses. Then just hand it over to them. IBDC or EKDC or whatever, Electric, any of the DCs. They know our house. Yeah. During election, did you get a text that, oh, something election, votes not fight? We all got it. Yeah. Meaning they get your number.
Even during the COVID-19, we were getting updates.
Stay at home, wash your hands. Yeah. They have these things if they want to. Evelyn, Ohiolei, you have your thing here. But let me quickly add this before we go. There's this thing about us. Yeah. Government get their own side. We too get our own side. Okay. You know, during the COVID-19, in some places, I think in the US, the palliatives are handed street by street. Sometimes they drop it at your doorstep. Sometimes they put it at a popular place, maybe like, you know, this barricade that people do in their street because of security. They might just hang it. How many houses are here? 10. Then they drop 10 packages. They go. Everybody will go there. You pick one, you leave. You pick one, you leave. That's the way it was done in some places. Ping. In Nigeria, if that one is done, you just see the perimeter fence of your house or these barricades, they drop 10 for 10 households. The person will first come out that day. You'll get this as good.
That's because they work with data then, and definitely the authorities will definitely come by to ask who took the 10. So
sometimes they might not even ask. Yeah. Everybody just knows I only have access to one, and they will pick and go. But there's this thing in us that we just want to carry as many things as possible. The time will vamoose, and the person that carry it will be asking somebody that, did you know that government brought something? Which people took it? These are the issues. Ordinary vote for something, the cap and the shirt that they share at campaign grounds. You know how people hoard it. Don't let me speak this morning.
All right, let's move to the next, stories. What Femi just said reminds me of you going to a party and you are being asked to maybe pass the food to the next person seated. And you hoard one.
You carry one, then pass
At the end of the day, you have one person going on with 10 plates. All right, the next and last story this morning. Just in Kano and Edo State postponed school resumption indefinitely because of fuel hike. Have we gotten to this? Yeah. This is shameful. This is embarrassing for us as a nation that our students, our children will have to face this issue just because we do not have leaders that put them first in place. And I said this, that the Minister of Petroleum, who is in the person of Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Minister of Education, Tahir Mamman, they should both cover their faces in shame because this is affecting children. How many children would have to have their education stalled, would have to be withdrawn from school, would have to be exposed to danger because now they have to trek to school. Some will prefer to board cheaper means of transportation. And you know what kidnappers can do.
And the fact that they are not even going to school at that proper time, their parents are not at home because they are fending for them, meaning they are left to people in the neighborhood that might have bad intention. But bad enough, okay, maybe I'm to comment later, but Ghana will not stop, Togo will not stop, Cote d'Ivoire will not stop. So much for the giants of Africa.
All right, I said something in 2020, we had COVID-19, put us at home. There was a lockdown. People didn't go to school, didn't go to churches and all of that. And in 2024, it is not a virus keeping us at home. It is fuel price hike keeping people at home. And now it will not allow our students,
let's put it as leaders that are keeping people at home
to go to school. Reactions, El Kopik says, look at what the high cost of living has caused. And Sebastian Tell says the students and the poor masses are the ones suffering the pain of bad leadership. Dr. Easy says, how does fuel prices affect the resumption of school? Tell me. And he has a microphone in front. Okay, maybe Femi would like to answer that. And Vera_da_worry_girl says they tried, but this will affect the students though, because we do not know when the price of fuel will reduce.
Evelyn, I'll take it from that last tweet. Exactly my thought. Now that the students have been told to wait, is there a
timeline,
respite.
yeah.
Yeah.
A
Is there a
direction.
timeline that's, oh, wait, this thing will reduce? And you know what happens to our filling station? You know, Nigeria issues is multidimensional. Let's even say the government say, oh, we have reduced it. Your brothers and my sisters owning filling stations will not agree. At least in the next 1 week. You know the narrative now. We have the last talk. Now, the last talk that they were having before the 865 naira thing happened, they didn't say, oh, let's sell it 650 because it's the old stock. These are some of the things that we see from our people. So leaders have their, but for the state government that are saying, guys, stay at home. So what should they be doing? So is there a discussion, is there a conversation that the price of fuel will reduce? Or at the end of the day, okay, so if state A says its own pupils and students should stay at home and state B doesn't mind, so what happens to the quality of education and the time?
Yeah.
You talked about COVID earlier. Do you know there are some governments that are still blaming COVID till now?
Yeah.
Till now. They will tell the reason why we couldn't do this is because of COVID. The world have moved on.
Yeah.
There are even some scourge in some part of the world. They are moving on.
Yeah.
But it speaks to the fact that, I'd like to use your word, the priority on education. Do they care? Do you think their students, their children are attending Ogolua? If there's any school like that, or Clinical Sarujin, or Clinical Catholic Primary, they are not there. There was a former governor that took his child to a public primary school somewhere.
In El Rufai of
Yeah.
State.
And you know, the camera was there, everything was there. At the end of the day, your guys is as good as mine. You and who? Where? You and who in front of who? It's as simple as that. So we joke too much. Sometimes it looks like we are loud-mouthed or you don't respect the government of the day. It's not even about this government. Leaders have failed us. I can say it. And now the ones that are there that are saying they are going to do better. What is the better? In fact, what is that exact thing that has been better in the last 15 months? Let's just put it there. We are not judging Nigerians, so we are saying this. What's that thing that you can say, oh, this is better? Is it the acts? Now we are talking about fear. Is it the availability? Is it the affordability? Is it the accessibility? Is it accessible? Is it affordable? Is it even available? These are some of the issues. Now it's affecting education. But do they care? Give me the escort, let me bounce around the world. Give me the PJ, let me fly around the world. The governors are flying, and we've seen a situation in which a governor took pictures himself to the president and said, this is what is happening in my state. Picture that you could fax, that you could do by WhatsApp, that you could send as a document, as a PDF. A governor took it. And you know he won't fly Kilimanjaro, something.
Yeah.
You know it's commercial. Even if the commercial, he wants to fly commercial, it will be first class.
And these are the same leaders talking about climate change.
And they will tell you that, you have to consider, they give you peanuts, this is education. If Nigeria will wait, Togo will not wait. Burkina Faso will not wait. So I think it's high time we started talking about this giant of Africa thing. Are we still the giant of Africa? The prospect is there, the potential is there, but in reality, you know what Rwanda is doing? You know what South Africa is doing? You know what Egypt, Tunisia is doing? But that, it's as good as much.
All right, I hope that we are not still cruising on old glory. This is the time where we actually have to make things work in our country. Nigeria is the giant of Africa. We have to remain the giant. We have to remain the pace setter.
Indeed.
And we have to continue to set the pace in education and security in the economy. Thank you for being a part of our world. Thank you so much, Femi.
By the way, before we go, a little bit told us today is our director's birthday.
Oh, really?
Sheyi Babatunde.
Happy
Big up to you. Happy birthday to you. In fact, somebody has greeted him. This guy looking at us has spoken some English, to say the Kugbe director.
Yeah.
I wonder what that one is. But it's fine. But this shout out, Sheyi Babatunde, it comes with implication. There is something called implication.
The only implication I know is the 1-2-face sign.
He knows. The moment we are through, do the normal.
But then, congratulations to Sheyi Babatunde. Is a very, very wonderful person behind the
He's
job.
A year older.
And we pray that definitely he will do many more years and enjoy good health and prosperity. My name is Evelyn Ohiolei. Enjoy the rest of your day.